Our first guest and our first host, Wendy Parker, Linn-Baker.
I have been fortunate to work with some great actors. I'm working right now with James Earl Jones, who is incredible, with Elizabeth Ashley, who is incredible. You bring everything. You bring all of yourself, all of your strength, and all of your weakness, and you stand with it there on the stage, and you bring it all.
I may be the most qualified person in this room to introduce this gentleman. This is my hack license from 1980. I actually spent time in taxi garages in Queens. Professional boxer Antonio Salvatore Danza. You wrote a hit book. I'd like to apologize to every teacher I ever had.
Oh, here's the extra 10. That's great.
My year as a rookie teacher in Northeast High, it is about your experience teaching.
And one of the things we're going to do at Honeymoon in Vegas is have a student program, an independent student program. Singing Jason Robert Brown's songs and doing Andrew Bergman's lines is more fun than you can imagine. And I did A View from the Bridge, and Arthur was alive. Arthur Miller was alive, and I used to hang out with him at Elaine's.
I saw her in a wonderful performance in a play seemingly written for her, called The Country House.
I need to follow you guys. This is cool. There are no stars on Broadway, not anymore, dear. They're stars on Broadway, but they're not Broadway stars. Right. They're movie stars and TV stars, and then they took that out. I was going to be Pauline after my grandmother, my German grandmother. And Harriet said, no, she'll be a poet or an actress. I can see that in her eyes. My grandmother was very funny and had a very thick German accent. And when I told her what they named me, she said, what? You call her Blythe? That's a disease of the dreams.
Well, what I found in my career, the harder you work, the less money you make. But they see you on television a lot, which is great, keeps your face out there. But it's interesting, reality television has figured out a way to not pay us. Everything just fell into place, and there was nothing to fix. They were an extraordinarily tight family because everybody was just looking for a piece of anything they could get from us, which I know that so many of you in this room know that feeling. And I'd always wanted to have that feeling, and I wanted to be a Beatle.
I must tell you that, I mean, this is the first time I've ever been to this event, and upon entering, I was congratulated twice by people I was not acquainted with for simply being alive. You know, I'm not one of those persons that does la-las, right? I mean, the musical has never been my forte. It takes me a very long time to paint the Grand Duchess, and I'm sort of like Van Gogh. Every night I make a masterpiece that then I destroy.
Avenue Q, when he went on tour, he had the distinction of they came through Philadelphia, and he proposed to his wife, Maggie Lakis, who's another Philadelphia actor. He proposed to her on stage.
And I went and I auditioned for the team, and Tony was there. And I remember we did our scene together, and I was freaking out.
I hated everybody else.
After Chaplin, you know, I was very lucky in that show because a large part of that show was playing the little tramp character. But I was lucky enough that a lot of that show was playing Chaplin the Man. There was a baby doll that has initially made its first appearance in a production of Into the Woods as their child. So they named the baby Twan Baker after Baker, and Baker's wife is the last name. This baby has been passed around and has been in more shows than both of our careers combined.
And he's in our show. And then I heard, he's going to Chaplin. I was like, are you crazy? He's got to do this show. You know, because I've been working on this for 4 years, and then he was gone. And then serendipitously, you know, I didn't want Chaplin to fail.
And now I'm doing this fantastic production of You Can't Take It With You. I hope you all get to see it. Working with James Earl Jones and Elizabeth and Mark and Christy Nielsen and Annalie Ashford. You know, we would go into those makeup trailers and be there for hours hours on end. And it was so much fun because we got to play with all the makeup that Sarah Jessica was getting for free. When you're a 9-year-old kid in Comac, Long Island, you do dream of holding that little statue or doing that big role. I can't tell you how moved I am every day.
Yes.
I open that stage door. I'm gonna get verklempt right now. It's so magical.
Whether a critic likes a play or doesn't like a play, his main responsibility is to advocate for the form.
To hear your questions, to hear you solicit our opinions, to ask about our experiences with the critical community. That is the beginning, I think, of a really rich, wonderful, and wholly productive discourse that I hope we can all continue. So thank you.